A glowing emerald shoot broke through the iron-hard ground. It was the first green the village had seen in a generation. In a blink, the shoot became a vine. It didn't just grow, it surged. Thicker than a man's arm and pulsing with golden light, it spiraled upward, defying the gravity of the parched world and reaching for the suffocating orange sky. As the vine pierced the heat haze, the atmosphere shivered. Deep, heavy clouds, purple and charcoal, began to swirl around the glowing tip of the plant. The sun was swallowed by a shadow that promised life, and for the first time, the wind smelled of ozone and wet stone. Then it happened. A single heavy drop of water landed on Elara's upturned face. She gasped, her eyes wide with a shock that turned into pure, crystalline joy. It wasn't a dream. The sky was finally crying, and its tears were sweet. The clouds opened. A torrential, cooling rain washed over the mud brick houses and the weary people. Villagers stumbled out of their doorways, tilting their heads back, laughing and weeping as the water soaked through their dusty clothes. The drought hadn't just broken, it had been conquered. The central vine didn't stop. It branched out into a massive trellis of glowing leaves, creating a protective emerald umbrella over the entire square. The rain filtered through the leaves, turning into a soft, magical mist that smelled of jasmine and ancient forests. Beneath the canopy, the impossible happened. Flowers bloomed in seconds. Thick, soft grass carpeted the jagged cracks in the earth. The skeletal trees from the old world were wrapped in new life, their bare branches suddenly heavy with fruit and blossoms. The transformation spread like a green wildfire. The once stifling heat was replaced by a cool, bracing breeze. The village, which had looked like a graveyard of dust only hours before, was now the heart of a rising forest. Nature was reclaiming its home. The ancient dry well began to gurgle. From its depths, a fountain of clear, turquoise water surged upward, filling the stone basin to the brim. No longer would they measure life in drops. The water was abundant, shared freely by neighbors who were no longer strangers to each other. In the midst of the celebration, Elara stood still. She pressed her hands to her heart, feeling the same warmth she felt when she held the seed. She realized then that the miracle wasn't just in the rain or the vines. It was in the fact that she had believed in them when no one else would. Years passed, and the desert never reclaimed its prize. The small green shoot had grown into a vast, glowing emerald forest that sheltered the village from the harsh winds. What was once a graveyard of dust was now a vibrant sanctuary of peace, where water flowed like music, and the air always smelled of blooming jasmine. At the center of the festival stood Elara, now a young woman, with the same kind eyes and a spirit that stayed rooted in the earth. She didn't just lead the dance, she was the heartbeat of it. Her laughter echoed through the glowing canopy, a sound more precious to the villagers than the golden seed itself. Nearby, the elders who had once watched the skies with hollow eyes now wept tears of pure joy. They held their grandchildren close, passing around wooden bowls filled with clear, sweet water. The shadows of the drought had been chased away by a community that finally understood. Abundance is only real when it is shared. As the music swelled, Elara quietly stepped away from the swirling colors of the dance. She walked to the edge of the ancient stone well, now draped in soft moss and pulsing vines. She looked up at the massive trunk of the tree she had planted, remembering the weight of the single golden seed and the thirst that had started it all. She knelt in the soft grass and pressed her hands to her heart. Elara realized then that the traveler hadn't brought the magic. He had simply recognized the magic already inside her. She looked into the clear water and smiled. A silent thank you to the world. The desert was gone, but the kindness that saved it would bloom forever.